Okay guys, we're back with a 2017 Raptor 700, and basically we're going to be taking off this rear shock, and I'll send it off to get it rebuilt, and then we'll put it back on. So today I'll be showing you how I take it off and hopefully how I put it back on. Not sure yet if I'll be doing that. So I checked it, and basically for the bolt I'm going to have a 17mm socket there. You can use a socket or a wrench, either way. I'm going to be loosening this side and just holding this just in case it spins. And the idea is basically we're going to take off this. Hopefully this can swing out where we disconnect in here, this bolt. This is where the shock is basically on this linkage here. And on top there is one bolt going across from the top there. So right here there is one bolt, the nut right here. So we'll go ahead and get that loosened out. What I'm gonna do is basically just clean up the threads a little bit. Mine is pretty good, as you can see, but in most cases, if you're riding this bike, you know, most likely you have some kind of dirt or sand. So I'll just clean up the thread a little bit, and after that we'll just put a little bit of lubricant, WD-40. That works fine. Okay, looks like this one is dead. Let's find some other lubricant. Okay, I got a little bit of penetrating fluid. I'll just give it a little touch right here. Oh, I missed. Then I'll go over on this side. Try hit this one. Hopefully I can hit that. Let's see. Shoot. Okay guys, we're just gonna take this little cover off. The American cover. We're in Canada, but somehow this got an American flag. No big deal. All right. So I got my 17mm socket, and I'm gonna take off the bolt, the nut. The bolt is on this side. I'm gonna try crack it open, and it's quite easy actually. Oh, I was expecting to give it a little bit of fight. Okay, switch to my ratchet. Oh, it's not even spinning. I'm really surprised. I wonder if that's because I got that lubrication on the bolt, a little bit of lube on there. Maybe that made it a little bit easier. I'm just gonna put some gloves on. Guys, please wear your safety. Disclaimer, you have to wear your proper safety gears, gloves, glasses, whatever you think you need. I don't really wear gloves. I don't like gloves, but I will be wearing gloves today just because. All right, and make sure you got a shot cloth so you can wipe out any drips from your penetrating oil, or you might mess up your shot. Just gonna take this out. Okay, there's a washer, a nut. I'll just put this to the side, leave that there. Now I'm gonna try go and get the bolt on top. Let me just position that camera. Hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay guys, we're gonna try to take off this bolt right here, the nut for the top part of the shock. We got our 17mm right there, and oh, it looks like it is not 17mm for this one. Okay, it looks a little bit bigger. Let me try the right one and see if I can find it. Maybe an 18 or 19. Okay, we're back, and we got a 19mm, and looks like that's the right one. We're gonna crack this open. It's loose, but I think it's spinning. Now I need to go see what's going on the other side. So it's a 17mm on this side, and the other side is a 19. So I'm gonna put this ratchet on here. So if you guys can see here, I got the 17mm, which is basically the bolt on the other side on the top. So you need about 6 inches to actually get in there to actually hold the bolt, and then I'm gonna ratchet it in. So I'm gonna try to do this. I can't show you both sides. I'm just gonna hold the bolt and try to loosen on this side. So, and I'm just gonna come around right here and turn this. Oh, there we go. and it's loosened. Wonderful. Now I'm just gonna ratchet this side, and this is the left side, which is the gear shifter. This is where the nut is. So I'm gonna try to loosen this all the way. Oh, still a little bit. Okay, just gonna loosen it. I actually forgot to bounce the bike to show you how it was going. So if you didn't see the quick walk around that I made, I'm gonna put the link on the video so you can check it out, how bouncy this rear shock is. And this is the reason why I'm taking it out. So right here we got the nut, which is 19 millimeter. There should be a washer here. I'm not even seeing what I'm doing. Yep, got a washer. And now we're gonna go and see if we can jack this bike up so we can lift that thing up. Okay guys, I'm back. So I basically jack the center of the bike here, and the wheel is off. I think this would expand it a little bit more to help me take off some of the tension here. So I'm gonna try to hit this bolt off for the linkage pin. We do need to punch here a little bit. Maybe we can't run away from it. So let's try to gently punch. Don't want to hammer that thing too much, but see. Yeah, it was under a little bit of tension. Look at that. Bolt is off, but that one is stuck. So look at that. Let me see my camera if what I'm showing you guys. So thread is all good, not scratched up. That's all right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put back the washer and the nut over. And this one is 17 and 17 here, and the top one is, remember, the nut is 18 and the bolt is a 17 millimeter on the head. So I guess we'll try to take off the top one now. There we go. Oh, this is basically sliding, which is good. That is good. Now we need to get that top bolt off. So remember, the bolt is basically from the right side going through to the left side. So the nut is on the gear shifter side. So I'm gonna have to drive the bolt out towards the brake side, which is the right side. So let me go see, take my... Okay guys, we're gonna try to see if we can find this. Look, this is the bolt. Hopefully you can see that. And we're gonna try to top that out. Wow, that was fairly easy. I can't believe it. Let's go on the other side and retrieve. Okay, this is the other side of the bolt. As you can see, the brake side. And the bolt is right there. I'm just gonna try pull it out, and I got it. It's right here in my hands. It's pretty clean. Actually, it has a little bit of like a rust here, so we're gonna clean that up and grease it when we put it back. But this is amazing how easy it came off. Let's go to the back and pull the shock off now. Okay, before we try to take the shock off, we're gonna take this bolt and put back the washer and the nut over it so we don't lose them. We are going to be sending this shock to get rebuilt, new seals and oils, and also recharge the nitrogen. So let's see if we can play around with this and get it out. Okay. No, well, that is not right. I need to rejack it back up. The higher it is, more space we have. So I'm going to jack it back up, because right now, as you can see, it's just more tight. That is not what you want. So I'm going to jack it back up, and hopefully we can have more space to take it out. Yeah. Okay, look. See, looks like we're getting a little bit of space. Let's see how much. Let's see. Wondering if I can bend this thing in like so. Okay, and lift up. Okay, pushing this back gives it more space. The only thing is I still need to lift it up a lot more than what it is right now. So okay guys, we're back. So basically my jack was not jacking it up all the way, which is not giving me enough space. So basically what you want to do when you get your bolts off is basically jack it up as high as you can, and you will have more space. Just keep in mind you don't want to extend it all the way before you take the bolts off, because that would try to stretch your shock out, I guess, or probably have it under a lot of tension when you're throwing off your bolt. So maybe jack it up a little bit, take both bolts off or one bolt off, and then you can jack it all the way. So right now I put just a 2x4 to extend it 1.5 inches more, and look at the room that I have here. So I got a lot more room, so now I can basically have access to the bolt that actually hold the shock here. And it does seem like a 17 millimeter, so I'm just gonna try that 17 millimeter if it works. Yep, that is the one. What we'll do, maybe just put a little bit of penetrating fluid on there. Just like putting these stuff, especially you're working on off-road vehicles, I just find that it makes everything much easier to get apart than just fighting with it. You know, these things are always in dirt and mud and all those stuff. So okay, and remember this is a bolt cross, so if it's spinning, just keep in mind over here has the bolt head with here, so I can ratchet the nut off here. Okay, yeah. This off here. So that's our nut, 17 millimeter. I'll just take the washer off. So that's your washer, your nut. Then we'll try to take this bolt off. Wow, it's just sliding right out. Look at that. So in reality, all you need to do is get this bolt off for the bottom and the top. But for this bike, I think this might be the only way, taking off this bolt here for the linkage pin, and then you can pull it up like I did just now, so I have full access. And here you go, the shock basically slides right off, no problem. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take my bolt, put back the washer, put the nut back on, and I'll keep this aside so I know. These are the three. So this is the bottom one, I believe this is the top one, and this one is for the linkage. But really you can't mess it up, because if you put the wrong one, like this one is for the linkage, it's much longer than the top one, and the one that goes at the bottom here is the shortest one, just in case you get it mixed up and you're not sure what to do. So right now we're gonna leave that there. We got the shock here, and basically I'm gonna take it to the shop. I'm gonna drop it off, and they're gonna pour the oil out, put new seals in there, recharge the gas in here, and then okay guys, we're at Ride Power Sports. We're gonna get this rear shock rebuilt. All right, let's get it. Okay guys, we're back, and we got the shock fully rebuilt with new seals and oil, and also recharged with the nitrogen. So I go ahead and I basically clean up all my bolt, which it was pretty clean, just a little wipe. If yours is dirty or a little rusty, you might want to clean it up and grease it. I greased it up with some I think it's lithium grease, white lithium grease for like bearings and stuff. I use this. I normally would just put some marine grease or something like that so it doesn't wash out easily, but that's all we got. Now it's time, we're gonna set it up and put it back on. All right. Okay, hopefully you can see what's going on here. So we're gonna put back the shock basically the way it came out from, which is that one right there. And as you can remember, there was 3 bolts. I believe the tallest, the longest, and the shortest one is for the bottom, and this one is the medium one, it's for the top. And it goes from the right side which is the brake side. It goes in from the brake side across, and then the nut is on the left side, which is the shifter side. So you've got to make sure that your bike is jacked up a little bit, which is going to extend everything, make it easy for you to do this installation. So I got my bolt, that's the first one in. Remember, that one is a 17 millimeter, and I believe the bottom was a 90, the nut, so it's a 17 millimeter bolt, and the nut is a 19 millimeter. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this back on. Just catch it on a little bit with my hands. Just there. Okay, and now for the back. Let's see if you got the right angle there. Just trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing so it's very clear. And this is basically where our swing arm linkage. I'm gonna line this bad boy up, and we're gonna put the bolt in same way. I believe it came out the same way, so we're gonna go back, same thing, just bolt across. And why is it not going all the way in? Oh, there we go. So I have to make a little screw, just turn it a little bit. So same thing, we're going from the right side to the left, and got my washer and nut, which is 17 millimeter nut. Put this back on, tighten this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and tighten this right now, because when we slip this back and put the bolt across the linkage, it will not be, I don't think we'll be able to have any access there. So let me find 17, because the camera is in the way. Just trying to see, make sure you guys see what's going on. Normally you tighten the nut, but I'm just tightening the bolt because the camera is exactly where I need to put the ratchet for this one. So now that it's a little bit tight, now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down with this. And guys, please follow your manual. I do not know the torque spec. I'm just gonna snug it up. If you're doing your bike, this is on you. Go to your manual and tighten it to the torque required by your manual. This is just what I'm doing. I'm old school. I got a little bit of experience with doing these things to know how tight it needs to be. So I'm just going off of that. So now we needed to jack it, so we had space to take it out, but I guess to put it back on we need to lower it. Let's see. Okay, maybe some more. Oh, it's getting closer. Okay, so just lowering it to what we need. Oh, right there. I think we should be able to get it there. Okay, and this is a learning experience for me as well, guys. I never did this change out the rear shock before, so this is new for me as well. So it seems like when you unloosen it, you need to jack it up so you have more space to take the shock off, but then you need to lower it to line up the final linkage. So basically when you take it off, you loosen here, you want to jack it up to have more space when you take it up to take it off. And I guess when you're going to put it back on, you need it jacked up to start the process, get this bolt in, whatever, and then you lower it for the final bolt, which is this longer one, the longest one. And hopefully, let's see if it lines up. Oh boy, that's perfect. All the way in. Then we'll put our washer and our nut. And this one here is 17 millimeter. Same thing. So last time the camera was here, so I couldn't really tighten this. Where is my other 17? So just hold this so it doesn't spin. And of course, look what's going on. It's so loose, it doesn't want to tighten. So I already got my bottom one for the shock tightened, just this linkage next. After this, I'm gonna go over to the top and basically tighten it up. Okay, don't want to put too much pressure on my ratchet. Just gonna use this to hold it in place. Just this to hold it, and I'll torque it or tighten it with this. Like I said again, guys, disclaimer, look at your owner's manual to make sure you got the right torque spec and torque it according to your owner's manual. I am not responsible if you over tighten or you under tighten and it falls off on you. Okay, this is just how I'm doing it. Maybe right, it may be wrong, but it works for me. Now the final one is the top bolt. Okay, so the nut is right here. As you can see, this one is on the nut is on the shifter side and the bolt is on the other side. This one, the bolt side is 17 millimeter, and there's a 19 millimeter for the bolt, for the nut, I'm sorry, which we are going to tighten right now on this side. So I'm going to try tightening it down and see if we can tighten it or it's going to spin around. Maybe I got to put something to hold it. Let's just I have a feeling it's spinning around. So I'm going to put a 17 millimeter socket on the other side, so hopefully it doesn't spin. I'm actually standing up over the other side of the bike. I'm holding one socket and I'm trying to tighten this. I hope you guys understand and appreciate this video I'm making, because this is not easy trying to record it and do the work. And my garage is kind of full with all kind of stuff in here, which is making it a lot harder for me. But hopefully somebody can benefit from this and have some confidence to fix their bike. Alright. I think that should be good. Right there. Okay, I hope you guys are with me until the end here, because I just tightened the last bolt on the top, and that's how she looks right now. I'm gonna try to give her a little bounce and see if she's springy or what. Oh yeah, you hear that sound? Listen again. Yeah, you hear that like that? Yeah, she was not doing that. She was basically bouncing like this, like nothing. So we're good to go. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, and please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now, and drop a comment. You know, let me know if you find this video helpful at all. I did put in a lot of work and time just to do this. I could have done it a lot faster without recording it, but I was really hoping that somebody sees this and they can get the confidence and the information that they need to do this, because it's not a hard job at all. All right, thanks for watching.